for how your task might look like. You want to start by setting menu,
Hi
and then there are
folks,
different
good
portions. You're
morning to all.
preparing your stock, you're preparing your
Actually,
lead.
today's episode is the revision about real-time operating system. Okay, so let me see about how the real-time operating system. Let me begin. Okay, how it will be get it handled. Okay, so when we hear the word, as you know, like in operating system, the first ones that comes to our mind, everyone in the mind, just first we'll think about Windows, Linux, Ubuntu, Mac OS, etc. Like okay, for computers and Android or iOS for mobile, any many more. Okay, so a real-time operating system is a special type of OS, especially designed for embedded system. Okay, so the basic difference of using GPOS or RTOS lies in the nature of the system. I mean, GPOS, as you know, like just normal operation system. Okay, so like what is a time critical, okay, or not? Did your whether the system is time critical or not? That is our main scope perception for using RTOS. Okay, so normal operations that we do in a computer, it's not time critical, so nothing is going to happen if it takes a few more seconds to open a file. I'm just you are opening one file, so you are giving time constraints for based on your processor. Obviously, what is the processor are using in your computer, whether the core i3 7th generation or what is the configuration based on that. If you are using Intel some i7, it will be like i5, it will be more speed, the file will be open, but that is not like a critical time over there. So you can wait while for a couple of minutes and you can open the file, so that is not time critical. Okay, do you agree? I think this point. Okay, so come again to the again I am coming to the same point. So I mean normal operation that we do in the computer are not time critical, so nothing is going to happen if it take few more seconds to open a file. But with the application like missiles and anti-brake car system, timing is very critical, because it goes in the like a catastrophic failure. Okay, obviously the occupant will get gone. Something is timing. If you are putting brake after 10 minutes, if you do braking, then what is the use of your using vehicle? So as you take on some incidents, you are driving vehicle, if you apply brake, that is your critical time over there. I mean the occupant is directly facing the like catastrophic failure. Okay, so we got to be very careful about it. So now you can understand in RTOs why required for the time critical. Okay, so now we'll come to the conclusion. What is real time? First we'll understand what is real time. So the ability of your operating system to provide a required level of service in a bounded response time, obviously. Okay, so for example, you take some airbags, it has to open within the fixed time immediately after the crash in order to protect from any injuries, right? So that is the thing. So now we'll say what is operating system. We have seen what is real time. Okay, now what is operating real time operating system? So it responds to input immediately, real time. Okay, here the task is completed within a specified time delay. Okay, so in real time situations like controlling traffic signal or nuclear reactor or in aircraft, the operating system which has respond quickly. Okay, so also there are two basic types we can classify in RTOs also. We are using for an embedded system as like a hardware, also software. It is just like embedded, as you know, it is a combination of hardware and software. So it has the hardware separate RTOS and software separate RTOS. Okay, so what is hard RTOS? Okay, so hard real time system has a time critical deadlines that must be met. Obviously that is our aim of the RTOs. Okay, so otherwise catastrophic system failure can occur immediately. So like example, air traffic control, vehicle subsystem control, nuclear power plant, these are like most resource for to create your fatal error like catastrophic system failure. Okay, soft RTOs is nothing but like deadlines can be occasionally missed. Okay, like deadlines can be occasionally missed, but in hard time it should be time critical deadlines and must be met. Okay, so you are getting point. I think soft RTOS is like a deadlines can be occasionally missed, like missing deadlines will not cause any catastrophic failure. also known as like best effort system. We take multimedia player controls or telecom, cellular network switching, websites and services, computer games. Your opening website, if it is not open, you will wait a while and it will get opened. Okay, these are like a soft RTOS, for example, we can say. It means just like best effort system. Okay, so the best we can say like, so computer gaming, these are like we can take example. Now what is function will do in RTOS? Mainly main thing is task management. If you are providing multitask, how it get handled. Okay, task management is more. Also you got to be scheduling. Also resource allocation and interrupt handling. How you are handled with your interrupt. Okay, so task management is like a real-time application. Any process which takes a specified execution time and occurred predefined amount of memory is called as a task. So task management is a process of managing task through its entire cycle. Okay, so task state, it has, we can say like there are different task, how it get it handled. It has different state. From begin you will start, then when you start, is it ready, then if it is ready, then it start running. Okay, in case of some function, it take elaboration, I mean iteration time more, it will get some waiting and it will get terminated. Some more time it will get waited, it's not applicable to do the function, then it will get terminated automatically. So how the task states life cycle can be defined, that's also we have to understand. And also task and the process states, like each task process can belong to one and only one state. Okay, so scheduler only operates on the process in the ready state. So transition, transition to and from the any of the ready queue are based on the availability of the resources or the time resource available. So what is the priority task you need to you need to perform the multitask, which is supposed to do priority task and which is followed by next sequence and sequence manner. This is all most important to understand. And also typical task operating system, like creating and deleting task and controlling task. How you got to controlling task could be scheduled and obtaining task information. That is also most important. You are supposed to obtain what is the task information you have been provided. And scheduling in RTOs, everyone, like we can say like task management provides the number of tasks and it, what is the resource requirement and what is the real time and what is the execution time. Okay, so what is the deadline it's supposed to do. So RTOS scheduler uses scheduling algorithm to organize them. Actually RTOS is just like the software only, it's completely just like we are writing code now, that is the RTOS. So scheduler uses scheduling algorithm to organize them. Okay, so like a clock driven scheduling, round robin scheduling, priority scheduling. So scheduling algorithm in RTOS is too important, like clock driven, round robin scheduling and priority driven. Okay, now let me see what is clock driven, how the clock driven scheduling could be happen. So you have to know what is the release time, execution time, deadline will known well in advance. Schedule can be computed at some regular time instance and minimal runtime overhead, but it might not suitable for all the application. Okay, so clock driven, it might not be suitable for all the application. So minimal runtime overhead is our achievement mainly into clock driven scheduling. Release time, execution time, deadline will be well in advance. It's okay. So round robin scheduling is nothing but like jobs are scheduled in first in first out manner, like FIFO manner. Okay, so you have to know what is the first in first out could happen. And time quantum given to the task is not based on the priority, obviously. So not suitable for precedence, constraint jobs, looping statements. Like you take example, job A can run only after job B. Like a very simple sequence I taken for the significant flow. Okay, so no point in given time quantum to job B before job A, obviously. Okay, so we have to understand that is also. And priority scheduling, so it is also most important in RTOS. Okay, so processor is never left idle when there are ready tasks. Okay, so processor will be allocated to process according to the priorities. So priority, so you just take one example, like if you are opening 10 files, which is your first click, obviously it will open, then it will go to second file open. These are like sequences. So that is called, you try to understand what is priority scheduling. Okay, so you have this state, you can classify there are two types. static and dynamic. And static, when you talk about it, what is the design time, and running dynamic, we can talk about what is the run time could be achieved. So these all like priority can be decided in either static or dynamic. And resource allocation, what is resource allocation? So we know that embedded system have a limited amount of resource in terms of memory and CPU power. This memory consumption and CPU power is completely dependent to RTOs. It is like what is how your embedded system will handle by mainly in memory. Okay, if you have empty memory for more, and if you have less task, it will be very fast. If you have very less memory, and if you are doing multitasking, it will be, your system will get hang and it will get more problem. So memory handle is most important. What is your specific product, you got to do it, otherwise you will be facing some issues. Okay, so it is essential to allocate a variable resource effectively and efficiently, obviously. So the same algorithm used for scheduling or again used for resource allocations. Okay, so one interrupt handling, how the interrupt will be handled. So interrupt is any external control signal which disturb the normal execution of the system. So interrupts cause the processor to suspend all other operation, whatever it is doing. Instead execute the code that will respond to even when caused the interrupt, obviously. Okay, so interrupt handling we have to know. Interrupt cause the processor to suspend all other operations, whatever it is doing. So instead execute the code that will be response to even which caused the interrupt. Okay, so what are the popular RTOs, you can review it now. VxWorks, even I worked on VxWorks, it is very nice actually. Linux OS and RT Linux. Linux, as you know, like more than a lakh of operating system designed in on-site Linux. Okay, so whatever way you see, like for example, you can say Ubuntu, like Linux operating system is too familiar. Windows CE, but VxWorks, most of the system they prefer VxWorks only. So these are some of the popular RTOs used in industry. Right now VxWorks I have worked on. So RT Linux, Windows CE. So VxWorks is the most widely used in RTOs. Okay. So what is application of RTOs? Now we'll come to what is application. See, real-time operating system are used in military, engineering application and data communication system. So automated missiles and space satellites are also powered by RTOs these days. Okay. So in general, any embedded system application which requires immediate real-time action uses RTOs. Okay. So very important is like real-time operating system are used generally in military engineering applications, the data communication system, you have to understand. And what is the advantage of RTOs? So as we told, like RTOs can run on application in any drives and challenging environment conditions also. So it runs efficiently even on very limited hardware resource also. If you have very limited hardware resource also, it will be run efficiently. Okay, it consumes less power and memory. Kernel size is very small and it can fit limited into RAM storage of the embedded system, obviously. So do you understand this point? Generally, so what is the your compiler, what is the bit it depending upon the storage will happen. Even in case if you actually without pointer you cannot write any code generally. Okay, if you are writing coding, you must using pointer only you can use. So pointer is dependent completely in compiler. Okay, so if you if character A if you are declaring, so as you know it will consume like character A, it will consume only one byte, but in terms of pointer it is not like that. Pointers always store address of the variable. Character A you assign, A is the variable. A if you use as a pointer, so any address if you are storing, it pointing to address of your that character where it stored. But generally if you are storing address of that, so pointer it will not take 1 byte, it will take 2 byte. Okay, so always pointing what is pointer is showing now. You had assigned for some 8-bit or 16-bit. Okay, so 2 power 8, what is the bits will be there now. So pointer it will be always pointing entire block. So how much block and what is the utility you have done, but it is not only pointing. So for example, if you want to say your lecturer is entering to your classroom, okay, he is looking there are 100 students are there. You try to give a lecturer, okay, some subject, some topic. When you give a subject, when teaching something else, you would not focus only some 10 student or 20 student, 30 student. He is supposed to focus that lecturer, entire student should be understand whatever he talk. So his focus should be in the entire student. Otherwise, it's not like effectiveness. That is same way only. If you are registering some memory using pointer, I mean, if you are occupying some memory address of the variable, obviously it will take in entire 16-bit uses the entire 16-bit how much memory can be occupied. So it will be resource allocation will be like that one day. So mainly this pointer, dangling pointer, these all issues more created in the memory related. So we got to be more awareness. For this I told you for examples. So if you schematically, if you rise like this kind of issues, I mean repeatedly in your source code, it's completely your RTOs will get stuck. So it will not do performance. I mean it not do like multiple tasks in the within the time bound. Okay, so it is we have to be very careful about that during the high level language developing. Okay, so it runs efficiently even the very limited hardware resources. So it consumes less power and the memory kernel size is very small, and it can be limited RAM storage will be happen into system. Okay, so guys, I hope you are done for the RTOs some basics. Okay, in the next episode we will see some deeper manner. We will take some RTOs, how it get it work, and everything we'll see how the social networking will handle. Some task will take some examples, how the probability statistics would be happen. Okay, we'll see. Thank you folks. Your questions are most welcome. Please have a comment, and also please subscribe requesting.